Welcome. This is Narves running Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide. I am doing Drinks Glue, his Ultros League Season 5 training camp to help new players kind of see how Ultros League is ran and give directions kind of on what level people are at based on their previous Season 4, what times to look for the same kind of seed, and possibly review the seed. So I'll see if I can help make something informative too. I am running seed number 1. For anybody new with Worlds Collide, I recommend going to, let me pull it up, make sure I got the right thing, the Final Fantasy, it's FF6 worldscollide.com. From there, I would recommend joining the Discord to help get info. You can talk to lots of people, are very helpful to just learn more about it, join any of the events, like joining Ultros League, which is a season of running randomizers within tiers and divisions based on your level, if you're a new player, to high level, like very fast runners. Plus a wiki that describes every single thing that can be randomized in the game, what it means for each flag, and to customize your own random set. There's some default ones. The most commonly used one is the Ultros League ones, but plenty of people take and make your own experience out of the randomizer too. You can customize it however you want to run it. So right now we're going to just test out running, or kind of showcase what Ultros League is like for running. It's kind of like the baseline for most of the randomizer. What it is you're given 3 characters, and of those 3 characters, you can see on the right side is my tracker. Each character has a set number of checks. Through those checks, it's a completion of kind of like a quest or an objective. When you complete it, whether it just requires beating some enemies, beating a boss, or talking to a specific NPC of some type, you unlock 3 things. Either a character, another character, an Esper, or what we call dead checks very often is a high tier item. And the reason we call it a dead check is because your main objective, in the end, is to kill Kefka. To go to the tower, fight all the way to the top, kill the statues, and do the 4 versions of Kefka. So there's the T1, T2, T3, and then Kefka himself in T4. But to do that, to unlock Kefka, we look right here. This is with the game running in Seed 1 with an emulator. To unlock Kefka, we have to defeat 6 characters and find 9 Espers. Once we've completed that, with a minimum of 6 characters and 9 Espers, we can go do Kefka's tower and actually fight Kefka himself. Now you can do most of the tower without these objectives. It's just the final step of walking onto the platforms where the 3 buttons with the 3 parties and the light comes down and pulls you up to fight Kefka. That part you can't do until you've completed this objective. And when you complete this objective in-game, it'll even give you a notification that says, hey, you've now unlocked Final Kefka. So, you need to find 6 characters and 9 Espers through those checks. You can do something called KTE Kefka Skip, which is, instead of walking up all the towers with your 3 parties and doing a couple of bosses or dragons, you skip right to the statues. It's right before the end of the tower. You skip a good chunk of that walking. I think it's on average takes 3 to 5 minutes of just straight up walking up the tower, not including the fights itself. You skip 1 fight by doing the KT skip, and optional 2 dragon fights. So to do that skip, you need any one of these. If you find 9 characters, if you find 12 Espers, or complete 21 checks. And those 21 checks, like I said, are the gated checks that each character has locked. There's specific events for that character that says, hey, now that you have the character, you can go do these checks and unlock possibly a new character, a new Esper, or an item. If you complete 21 of them, you can also do the skipped. That's something relatively new to this season that hasn't been in Season Pass. A couple other unique objectives are truly like to help you progress in the game. You can learn all 8 sword techs if you complete Doma's Dream Awaken. Normally it's a very long check, so I'd encourage you to make a reason to go do it. By completing that check, if you have Cyan, you could learn all 8 sword techs. Now, you may not need to do that because you may not even gain the ability sword techs. It's completely random what abilities each character unlocks, or is given, I should say, since the beginning of the seed. Magic Tech upgrade is an ability. So just like you're wearing the Magic Tech armored suit, a new ability has been added to the game that lets you use the Magic Tech spells as if you were casting them. But you're limited to the first 4 basic skills, which is Fire, Ice, Bolt, and Healing. The additional skills of Bioblast, X-Fener, I think there's a Confusion one in there, but then at least Tech Missile. And Tech Missile is by far and away the best ability, but you can't get that ability without doing the upgrade. And to do the upgrade, you need cells, and you need to complete the Magic Tech Factory check. All of it. There's 3 different parts. It's a very long check, and again, this additional added Magic Tech upgrade was added to encourage to do that check because it is such a long check to do. Kind of briefly go over some of this. I think I'm kind of get started into the seed, and I'll kind of explain some of this as I go. But in general, there are 2 modes. There's character gating, means you need the certain character to unlock the certain checks to do in the game. Or there's open. An open world is you can do any checks regardless of what character you have. By default, normally it's character gating, but you do have the option to make it open. A seed is just the seed that makes, if it was randomized, here's how it was randomized based on this seed. So you can run a similar run as somebody else if you have the same seed. Starting player party is 3 random characters. And then here's just a bunch of information all about the speedrun that's going on. Every character is the average level of the whole group of characters. Not just what's in your party, but all characters you have, both in your active party and not. For starting levels, when you have no characters, is 3. So our first 3 characters will be level 3. You can start naked, no equipment. In this case, it's false. You start with the original gear that they're wearing at the original, in a sense, base game. Umaro is equipped with additional items beyond the... Normally you can only equip bone armor, or bone club, and snow muffler. He can now be unequipped and equipped. The items. Stats. This is... Every character has random stats, so they have the baseline stats of what they had in the game, but they could also be decreased by 20% or go up by 25%. So it just kind of varies the characters. So you kind of have to look at the characters and decide, oh, I think this is going to be a caster, I think this person's going to be a good offense, not a good caster, and kind of judge from that who should be in your party and what abilities they have. Sword Tech has been upgraded to be faster, so the little bar that goes across to pick what ability you're doing, it goes quicker now. That little bar goes much faster. Bum Rush is learn last, so in blitzes, you can't go do the World of Ruin. I think his name's Duncan. He teaches Bum Rush. You can't do that until you've gotten to level 42, which means you've learned all of the other Bum Rush abilities. Then you can go learn, not Bum Rush abilities, all the other Blitz abilities. Then you can go learn Bum Rush. In lores, you start with 3 to 5, completely random which 3 to 5 they are. Their MP cost, is a little bit random. It's not hugely random, but it's enough that it varies. If any lore is used on you, it doesn't matter if you have lore ability or not, you learn it. Rages, you start with 25 to 35. You learn rages without using leap. You just fight the enemies and you learn it. So if you see an enemy along the way, you learn those rages right away, plus the ones you start with. Dances, you start with 1 to 2. Dances are completely random, so they're not the original abilities for each dance. You won't stumble ever. Dances are tough to use because you're not in control of them, and if they start using abilities that heal the boss, it's not ideal. Dances really only work for the first couple of bosses, and after that, hopefully you should have something better to use than dance. Stealing, you have higher % chance than you would normally in the original game. Sketch, it's 100% accuracy. You never miss with Sketch or Control. You use the stats of your character. Or instead of the original game, I believe when you use Control, you'd use the stats of the enemy you controlled. Now it's your stats, not theirs. And here it is, where all the commands are randomized. So instead of tools for Edgar, he'll get a random unique. And by random unique means no abilities duplicated. You won't have 2 people using tools or 2 people doing blitzes. They'll each only get 1. A couple of abilities are excluded. Possess is the ghost ability that lets you overtake, and it's like an instant kill. And it happens to be actually the strongest thing in the game, in the fact that yes, you lose the character who uses Possess, but you can instant kill Final Kefka and kill him in one hit. So it's rare this ability is included. There's also Shock, which is Leo's ability in the game. It's a non-elemental, hits all enemies weapon ability. It was considered overpowered early game, so it's kind of been removed out on most seeds, but not all. I should say not all modes. For Ultros League, it's always been removed, for as long as I've played at least. XP, MP, GP, these are multipliers. They help this game just go faster. So, instead of gaining 100 XP from killing enemies, you'd gain 300. Magic bar, instead of gaining 1, you'd gain 5. Gold, you don't... It's just to increase, you just gain things faster. Don't spend as much time grinding things out. Scaling, this is important. This is how your enemies that you fight scale in strength. So C, E, and D are how many characters you have, how many espers you have, and how many dragons you've killed. So for every character you have, esper you have, and dragons you've killed, the scaling is by ×2. So if I start with 3, so in the beginning of the game, I start with 3 characters, that puts the enemies at level 6, 3 times 2. Once I gain an esper, then it's 4 times 2, they're 8. If I kill a dragon, now all of a sudden we're at 5 times 2, they're at level 10. Level factor only matters the damage enemies and bosses do. MP, HP, and MP, on the other hand, are based on their pool of magic or health. What's nice on low end, when you haven't scaled up, there's many high-end enemies that can't cast any spells because they won't have the MP yet because you haven't scaled them up high enough to have enough magic power. And then there's XP and GP scaling. So how much XP or money, experience points or money you get from the enemy also scales at the same rate as the character Esper and Dragon. So as you progress through the game to get closer to Final Kefka, you fight stronger enemies, but you also gain more. Ability scaling. So this is an interesting thing where we take abilities. If the boss used to always use... This only affects... I believe this only affects bosses. If the boss used to use fire as their main casting, but you fight them much later in the game, their scaling for tiers will move up. They'll start casting fire 2. And as you start getting more and more checks, they'll start casting fire 3. And then they'll Mertron or Flare Star. They stay in their elements that they cast, but they move up into stronger versions of the spells. And in this case, it's scaling at a factor of 2. Max level is 40, so if you did enough checks that they did too, so that's what, you have 20 checks. If you have 20 between characters per dragons, the number's 20, and you times it by 2, that's 40. That's the highest it'll ever go. So if you have 10 characters and 15 espers and 5 dragons, that's 30. That's 60. Max scaling stops at 40. They don't get any stronger after 40. Dragons also scale too, just like all the other bosses. There is an option to turn that off, but by default, dragons scale just like any other monster or boss. Boss battles are completely shuffled. Means any boss you'll fight anywhere. They're not in their original locations. Dragons are shuffled, meaning dragons will still be fought where the dragon spots are, but which dragon you fight will be completely random. So you might find the fire dragon up at Narcissus Cliffs where the snow dragon should be. Statues being mixed. The statues, the 3 end bosses before the final boss, 3 statues, will be mixed into the pool with all the other boss battles. So you may see them at any boss battle throughout the game. No undead means no boss is undead. You can't use a Phoenix Down on Phantom Train or Sir Behemoth, the second mode, or I think there's one other one out there. But either way, no boss is considered undead. So you can't kill him with just a Phoenix Down. Now, the default of that, though, is actually some bosses now are susceptible to Doom or X-Zone, when before they were not. Before you couldn't instant kill them because they would just grow back. You can kill them now because they're not actually undead anymore. This only affects bosses, not enemies. Encounters are completely random. You'll never know what enemy you're going to fight throughout the game as you walk through, where random enemies should be. But all encounters are 100% escapable. I think there's a couple exceptions with some unique monsters that their ability makes it so you can't escape, like Trickster. But for the most part, everything's escapable. That includes also monster in boxes and fights that are fixed. And like you step on a square and it automatically a fight. You can run from those still and they'll go away. Few AI changes. Doomgaze, this fight you fight with, anytime you fight Doomgaze, it will no longer run away. because that's true. If that was set to false, you could only fight Doomgaze in the sky, and he could run away, like in the original game. Rexol no longer uses Zinger, which is possessing a body, so he just does regular attacks and such. He won't actually do the possession part where you have to kill your own teammate. Magimaster will not cast Ultima when he dies. And Chatternook, I think is how you say it, spends way more time in his demon form than in his the good person form, since you can't kill the good person form. Or at least it's very hard and not usually worth it, because they'll counter everything you attack them with. Espers are, in a sense, random. The abilities the Espers use when you cast them is the same, but the spells you learn from them are random. But the rate you learn them at, though, in this case with the random tiered, the stronger the spell, the more likely you'll learn it at a slower rate. So all the Fire 3, Ice 3, Lightning 3, all that stuff, you'll learn them much slower. And you get a random bonus. So the Esper may give +2 strength, 1 strength, speed. It may give you nothing. The random chance is 82%, so it's likely you'll get something, but you don't know what it is. And you may not. Magic power of casting the Esper. Yeah, this is all normal or just randomized, nothing unique. Spells themselves are randomized a little bit, 75% to 125%, so you may get a slightly cheaper Fire 3 and a slightly more expensive Bolt 3. Or any spell can be more expensive or cheaper. You start the game with 5,000 gold, 3 Moogle Charms. Every person can equip a Moogle Charm. Means you can always choose when you want to do a fight. That's with the exception of bosses. So if you take the Moogle Charm off, you can take some fights to grind some battles and levels. Otherwise, you can put the Moogle Charm on and you just walk everywhere you go. We use Moogle Charm for probably 90% of the run. The other 10%, or even less than that, is just to do random fights to make ourselves a little bit stronger before the next boss. A few levels under your belt before you fight a boss is great, because levels don't increase the strength of monsters. It's doing those checks, getting more characters, more espers, or fighting dragons that increase the difficulty of the game. So you can grind a little bit to outweigh that. But again, we're speedrunning. We want to do as fast as we can. We don't want to spend too much time actually grinding. You start with 1 tool, equipment. Every character can equip what they can originally equip in the base game, plus an extra 33% of items. So you may find that characters that normally couldn't equip a Ragnarok, or a Wing's Edge, or the Fixed Dice can now equip it, because they just happen to get that random chance that they can equip it, both equipment and relics. Curse Shield, I believe this? No, this isn't the same as the original game. That was 255 or something battles, whatever it is. It's crazy long. This one it takes only 6 to 14 battles, which sounds really low compared to the base game, but in the speedrun, you just do so many fewer fights, it's not a big deal. And, well, now that's not true anymore. It used to not teach Ultima. Ultima was just recently added back into the flag set because it was considered too strong before, but now they've made it a way to try and curb its strength so that it's a situational time when you need it. Oops. Shops are randomized too. They're randomized based on from the others. Like all the shop items are mixed around between each shop, plus a random 20% of items. So 20% of the items you find in shops are completely just random different items. Things that never maybe even sold in the shop ever before. Prices also get randomized. You sell back everything for half price. You can find drive meat in guaranteed 5 locations and 5 shops throughout the map. Rods, which used to be great. You think you hit with them and you cast a spell, or actually even better, when you throw them at the enemy, it breaks them. They were so good actually. They implemented a new feature where yes, we'll sell rods, but they're now what's called expensive rods. So the rods are like 10 times more expensive than normal, so they're very hard to buy, especially early game. But it's still possible, and if you want to make the worth it your while to try and buy some for easier time killing early bosses, the option's there. Super Balls were completely useless in the original game, because by the time you could buy them, they did almost nothing. But they just have a completely random chance of damage. They could do 50, or they could do 7,000. It was kind of based on your character level, but it's still just a huge range and randomness. But where they're really good is early game running. So you could buy a couple Super Balls really early, and you could kill some really early bosses with relative ease because they're non-elemental. You just roll the Super Ball, and late game they're not worth it anymore because late game they're too random of the damage. It varies way too much to ever be worth it. That they have other stronger abilities, but they removed them for Ultros League Season 5, so that is no longer something you can buy. Super Balls. They found it too advantageous. One person would find Super Balls would get 10 minutes off their time compared to the person who didn't find the Super Ball. You can no longer buy XP eggs or Illuminas in shops. XP eggs, of course, make you level a lot faster, which makes your scaling, you get super strong really fast. And Illuminas are, I would say, pretty close to the single best item in the game. I mean, they almost always are. You don't need anything else, any other items to go with them. They're just super strong by themselves. So they decided to take those out from shops. You can still find them randomly. You just can't buy them at a shop. Chests are shuffled from the original locations. Like, you used to get Elixir later in the game, and now you get it. You'll find it in Narsh in a random chest. But there's also a random 20%. It means 20% chest will have a random item that's never been in a chest in the base game. So you can find an Illumina, you can find an XP, you can find Atma weapon, you can find some of the best gear in the chest that normally you wouldn't find. Monsters in box. The boxes that you open up that have a monster in it no longer have the original monster in it. They'll have a random monster in it. So it could be Katana Soul found in Narsh. That first monster box is supposed to be Lobo, just an easy monster to beat. Could all of a sudden be one of the hardest monster boxes to beat. Pugs could be in there. You don't know. It's just completely random. Coliseum. The opponents you fight for the items you bid and the rewards you get for the items you bid are random. Again, not the original. Completely could be anything. We also have the ability now to see what the rewards are for 100 or to 120 items. It's almost half of the items out in the game. So Coliseum's very good way to get some high-level items early on. You buy a bunch of cheap, low antidotes, eye drops, rename cards, whatever. You get a whole bunch of random little items, and you can all of a sudden find out what a good chunk of those are for rewards. And there's a good chance you can find one of them with really good rewards that's not a hard enemy to beat. So that's a good way of getting some good gear early on. If you have a user who's good at physical damage, or some ability to do Coliseum since you can't control them. The auction house only has one Esper you can buy. You can buy an Esper from the auction house. It's not considered worth it much anymore. It's kind of a slow check because you got to wade through all the other non-Esper items that could randomly pop up. You don't know which it'll be. Yeah, there's just a couple of things. Ultima can now be learned. For a long time, you couldn't learn Ultima for Ultros Leagues runs. It can now be learned, but it costs 254 magic power, which is an absurd amount that you don't naturally get until like the 20s, level 20s and up, give or take the character. So it's there. You can use it. You rarely ever can cast it twice. With the exception being, you find some relics like Golden Hairpin, which makes the price in half, or an Economizer that makes the price cost 1. Now, all of a sudden, Ultima is really worth it. It is the best spell in the game, it does the most damage, it hits every enemy, but without those couple of items, it's a learn rate of 1, which means you learn it very slow in this game, for a speedrun. Compared to all the other spells, you learn it very slow. That you have to really invest time and items to make sure you can actually make this worth it. Or it becomes more situational. Fight an enemy or a boss that is pretty much immune to all your spells or damage you can do. Well, you can spend the time then to cast Ultima on them instead. Yeah, there's a handful of bug fixes that happen with Sketch, Evade, Zoom Jump. I'm not going to go through all those. And none of these things are changed really from the beginning on. You can make it so every person knows Scan, every person knows Warp. We're not doing any of that. Yeah, so that's the gist. I'm going to quick set my setting on, and we are going to do a run here. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, with my tracker I can see you. Start with my first 3 random characters. I have Locke. I have Realm. Locke has okay vigor and magic power. He learns Sketch, which isn't a great ability. Realm has great magic, pretty good magic power, pretty low attack though, but magic's all we care about for her. And we have Shadow, who's pretty even on the magic power and the vigor, the attack damage, who's got GP Rain, which is not elemental. It's a good ability in the beginning of the game. You don't use it much at the end because it doesn't scale very well for high-end damage. I always check the airship first to see if there's anything to buy. Nothing truly stands out here that I have to have. I am going to buy that and that. I'm going to buy the cheap stuff because nowadays the Coliseum, hitting that up early to look for some high-end items is always good after you've gotten a few levels. So I'm going to land right away because we start by Narsh. So there's usually 3 main looting spots. That's the most frequent. That's Narsh, Returner's Headquarters, and South Figaro. Now there's both South Figaro Normal and there's also South Figaro World of Ruin. Overworld chests reset in a sense when you're in a World of Balance or World of Ruin. We should say we have the ability to trans between the two zones using airship. Right now we're in the World of Balance, but in the airship I can change myself to be into the World of Ruin, which I will do because Locke has a free check, which means you don't fight any boss or enemies, to possibly get something good in the World of Ruin. Narsh, he can unlock doors. Many times I don't do World of Balance Narsh with Locke because I'm going to go there anyways to unlock stuff, but I decided to try it this time. You know, sometimes I just mix up how I play just to see if some way feels better. We're going to, of course, hop into some shops and see if there's anything good here. Ah, Magnus Helms are very nice. Alright, I'm going to sell several things that I just will never use. Get myself some money. Yeah, only really need one. You don't need to buy a lot of defensive gear. This randomizer is more heavily leaned towards offense than defense. There's always exceptions. Oh, warp stones are great. After you do a check and you need to leave that check, you use a warp stone to get out very quickly. I'm gonna cast Magicites. Get some revive. So if I get zombified, I can get out of it. Ooh, earrings are great. I don't know if I have anything to sell enough for earrings. How much do you sell for? Yeah, okay. I'll buy 2 earrings for Realm. She'll be eventually casting spells because she's so high on it. Again, here's that rod that's really great, but extremely expensive. I don't have the cash for that. Earrings are great because it's a % increase over their magic damage. So the higher magic power they have, that % increase from earrings is not exponentially growing, but it scales even faster. Versus if you use earrings on a low-level magic person, it doesn't add that much more magic damage. But Realm is a high magic user. High magic damage comes from her. And so far, just random swords and such. Nothing standing out. So the reason that this place... Oh, Ice Rod. That's good for throwing. Maybe an early boss to take on. The reason Returners and the other places are hit up again is because it has lots of chests. Which means a lot of random chance to get some good items. You kind of like start your gear early on in the game. Excuse me, man, I just can't stop coughing this one. Oh, echo screens I want in case I get mute on me, so I can keep casting spells. Especially near the end of the game, there's a couple of bosses that can cast Train. And that will make all of your characters unable to cast spells unless you have echo screens or remedies to get rid of it. Or be able to cast Remedy as a magic spell. Some money. Dark Hood's not terrible. Ooh, a Dragonhorn can be really nice. Dragonhorn lets you turn jump command into, it's almost like an X version of jump, like magic, where you can jump multiple times and do a lot of damage. But I also need Dragon Boots, or you can learn, a hero can start with the ability of jump as their special ability. They don't need the Dragon Boots to do the jump attack. I currently don't have that, but we'll see if I can stumble across anyone who does, or the relic that lets me do it. Is there tents? I'll buy a few to start with. So yeah, this first early progression part, first depends on your seeds or what items you find. Anywhere from the first 5 to 15 minutes might be just trying to get gear. Usually from chests, but you're also going to look at, oh, sniper's very nice. Usually get chests, but also, you can, like I said, you can find it in shops. Sniper is nice because it does the same damage in the back row, and it has a random chance to do double damage to the enemy. And if the enemy's flying, I think it does like quad damage or something. It's a crazy number. So Sniper's a very good early game damage dealer when you don't have Ragnaroks or Illuminas or Valiant Knights. Those are some of the better, or Roar Lance. Well, there's some really good. Aegis Shield's an okay shield at the high end. It is it doesn't do as much defense, but it always has a chance to ignore a magic attack. So it'll just straight up skip you and not hurt you at all. Oh, found myself a warp stone. I also got a red hat, which is a very good offensive physical damage hat. So if you're going to use the fight command, it's a good hat for that. Usually by the end of the seed, you're going to have anywhere from 2 to 3, maybe 4 super powerful characters. Do a ton of damage. That's usually the goal. There's some very specific end game kind of builds you're trying to work towards, assuming what you find along the way. And always there's the default too that everyone could just end up being spellcasters, because that's just the best stuff you found, is just Aspers with good spells, or users with high level default magic. Alright, we're gonna do World of Ruin now. See how we can go from the ship, we can switch to World of Ruin. I'm gonna save. So I have a ribbon, which is nice, because I'm also gonna look at the Cursed Shield. The Cursed Shield, of course, gives you a whole bunch of negative effects, but if you're wearing a ribbon, you can ignore them. But it'll depend on how many fights I have to do to unlock the Cursed Shield. If it's in the if it's above 10, I will unlikely do it. Yeah, 11. I doubt I'll do 11 checks with it. I'll have to see if it's worth my time, because it makes that one user way weaker than all the rest of them. Yeah, as much as I want the ice shield in this case, it was a check. That was the first check I did. I got Crusader, so I got an Esper. In a bit I'll go check out what that Esper is, but for now I'm going to keep moving on. I probably should have actually done this free check over here. Again, free checks are ones that don't require you to defeat a boss or an enemy. I'm doing Shadow's Gao's check, the house. Okay. Now, because it's not a character, a sprite that's there, I already know it's either an Esper or an item. I don't need this stuff, and not till we talk to it will we know. Alright, so I got a high-end item. I got fixed dice. So now I'm going to do my first actual battle checks. I am going to do World of Ruin Jigador, the painting. That is Realm's first check. The reason I'm doing it is because it has a couple of mandatory fixed fights in it that I'm hoping I can get my first couple of levels from. Alright, let's see. Who can use those fixed dice? Nobody. Okay. So we aren't going to worry about the fixed dice at first. And honestly, you don't have much for damage, so I'm gonna give you the cursed shield. We're gonna try and decursify that thing. What can you equip? Yeah, you can do the red helm. You do more physical attacks. Put everybody in the back, take less damage from physical blows. Give you the ribbon. I will give you the hyper wrist. You know what? I'll give you the curing to counteract some of that. You're gonna get 2 earrings. And last but not least, I'll give you, I guess, the Moogle charm, so I don't take random fights. I'm gonna save before I go in. I'm gonna check out this Esper. Ooh, 50% HP. I'm gonna give that to you in case you later on get an item called Valiant Knife, which is complete damage based on how much health you're missing. And the weapon ignores defense, which is, it's a super strong item later on in the game. I'm guessing nobody can, oh, he can use Stout Spear. Do I make him jumping? Maybe I make him jumping. Oh, I don't have enough to buy that spear. That's okay. Maybe I'll find a good spear that he can use later. So, nothing amazing in these shops. So what we're gonna do is a little chest here. Doesn't really give us anything but something to sell. You gotta turn the lights on, and then you gotta talk to the painting, or interact with it. Our first fixed fight, which are just balloons. Not too hard. Yeah, because he's floating. Luckily, Locke does quite a bit of damage. These other two don't have anything. Nobody started with a really great ability to do lots of damage early on. So right now I'm going to depend on Locke a bunch. I do have the rod I can throw. Realm will probably throw the rod if need be. With their high magic damage, the rod will do even more damage. Ooh, an ice shield. That I like because that means I can learn Ice 2 from it. And, if I really have to, I can throw the shield and do some huge damage. Genji armor. Good defense and offense and 1 armor. I wouldn't call it the best armor, but it's definitely one of the top 5. I'm gonna throw some money at this problem. Just get some AoE damage. Yeah, not too bad. Safety precaution, I am going to throw some potions on to heal me up. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna save on a different save slot because if for some reason it's a check that I physically can't do. It's a boss that's just way outside my level. like a Magi Master or one of the statue bosses, then I need to reset and go somewhere else. Okay, in this case it's Sir Behemoth. I think I can handle him. However, I cannot... Oh, I can sketch Fire 3 from him. I cannot use my Ice Rod. That would heal him. He heals with ice. I'm gonna try sketching and see if I get Fire 3. I think that would do more damage than what I was doing. No, that's just me punching. Just throw more money at the problem. Let's try one more sketch. Ooh, hoping that misses. That'll hurt a lot. Yeah, that hurt a lot. That stinks. Evil Claw. I thought you cast Fire 3 with a sketch. Maybe it's just So, not gonna try and bring my party back. Yeah, it really stinks that this person absorbs fire. Or should I say, absorbs ice. Well, that'll heal Realm, but it'll hurt the other two. Yeah, it's kind of a long fight now. I'm hoping that he's... Oh gosh. Oh, this could be really bad. Yep, this is going to be really bad. Because it's an instant kill. That stupid Winged Edge. Oh. That's fine. I don't... She doesn't have any spells anyways to cast. Make him stop being confused. Oh, no, I hit down one too many times. Yes, yes, you can't cast Phoenix down on yourself. Oh gosh, well, you're dead again. Couldn't ever survive that. That's 1,000 damage automatically. Don't mind Rasp, I don't have any spells to cast right now anyways. And health is a free healing, you get Bannon's original health ability. Okay, thank goodness. Alright, I'm hoping Wing Edge can actually cast Doom here, which can instantly kill this guy. It did not this time. Will it this time? No, alright. Well, then we're going to pretend like we're just going to kill it like normal. I don't have the Doom spell or any other way to cast. Oh, he can cast Doom though. I'm just hoping for Locke's Winged Edge here to just instantly kill him. Oh, there it is. Okay. Instant death. And he dies, because he's weak to instant death. Normally he's undead, so instant death would actually kill him and bring him back to life. But since boss's undead are turned off, he actually dies in one hit. And I'm going to get another item or Esper, because it's not a character sprite. If it had been a character sprite, I'd be getting that character. Alright, I got an Esper. Hopefully it's an Esper with some actual spells on it. Oh, nope, not really. Okay. Can you do the Behemoth suit? No. You can, though, at least. I just need to find you some weapons. Excuse me, sir. So I'm tempted now to check out what's in the Colosseum. My characters aren't really strong, but it might be worth it just to see. And it's because I'm not really strong also that I'm looking here. Oh gosh, I can get an XP egg. Let's see if Locke can just kill this. XP egg would be huge. Because you can get a ton of extra levels. Oh, cast meteor on him. Sure, why not? Okay, I'm gonna get some more XP eggs. We'll just double check what else there is. Oh, an Aurora Lance. An Illumina. Oh gosh, there is some very good items in here. I don't even know if we can use Illumina. Let's try and get that. Because I'm not going to equip that on Locke right now. And he could be using that. See, this is for that Colosseum. With all those rewards you can see. You can lose Illumina. Alright. I'm going to save before I try and do a bunch more. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to have 4 XP eggs when I leave here. With these XP eggs, I'll be able to outscale most of the scaling the game does. Oh, okay, so I only have 2 because I only had 2 potions. I'll have to buy some more potions. An Aurora Lance is a huge item too. Now that I have Dragon Horn, if I can find Dragon Boots or a Jumper. And was that it? Do I have any more plume hats? For any more Luminas? No. Okay. So we will take this for now. Okay, you can use the Aurora Lance. I don't think anybody sells any potions in here. We're gonna check if there's any potions in here. Because those XP eggs are way too hard to pass up. Hopefully they sell potions here. Nope. Alright, there's potions on the airship. We're gonna just flip to World of Balance and go on the airship. Get myself 2 more XP eggs for my party. I am taking quite a bit of time to do this, but I think it's going to pay off leaps and bounds once it's completed. Cast Meteor again? Nope, Meteor Orb this time. Ah, now he tried to cast Meteor on me, but doesn't actually have the magic power to do it. Just realized I have a gauntlet I can use, which increases the damage quite significantly with the Illumina. Alright, last one. Even though I don't have 4 characters now, I will have 4 characters in the future. No, I don't need you casting spells. I want you to attack them. If I lose this fight, it's not a big deal. Yeah, you've definitely cast shield on yourself already. Can we move on from there? Thank you. Alright, 4 XP eggs. You get an XP egg. And you get an XP egg. And you get an XP egg. Alright, we're going to do Shadow's check over here, just because we're already in the World of Ruin, which is the cave on the Veldt. We'll actually get to know which one this is. It'll either be an Esper, a character, or you'll know it's an item. Based on the sprite that's in the spot. So if it's an item... Oops, apparently not wearing Moogle Charm. Well, we'll just quick take out this ghost. Got it. He was wearing it. Well, we're going to make you wear it right now. You just happen to be low man on the totem pole. Even though in the end you will not be. You'll be casting spells that'll be destroying them. So we'll just go grab chests along our way, just in case. Right now my gear's pretty good. I wouldn't go out of my way. Alright, so I'll get an Esper here. I wouldn't go out of my way to get chests, but if they're already on my path, within the check I'm doing, then I'll grab them. You just never know what'll be in them. It'll never hurt. Oh, here we can throw an ice rod at him. You know what, let's just do that. Let's just end it. Ifrit has a really high defense, but super weak to their element they're weak against. It did not kill. That's okay. Throw some money at him. Oh, psh. It didn't kill, but it had to have been so close. Ooh. I'm gonna give that to you just to learn the spell. But that needs to go to lock. Alright, it drops me in this town. I'm gonna just quick. This town has a whole handful of items you can grab. Chests. And you never know, Glenn, what you'll find in them. Or nothing in them. They'll just be completely empty. That is very much a chance too. Oh, see, there's an ice shield, which is a huge defensive weapon. No dragon boots with my dragon horn and aurora lance. Huh. Can't actually equip the ice shield right now since I'm trying to decurse the shield. Don't need any of that stuff. Enhancer's pretty good, but nobody can equip it. Enhancer is one of the best magic-powered swords. It increases magic attack pretty significantly. Alright, we're going back to the World of Ruin for now. Or World of Balance, I should say. We're in the World of Ruin. And we are going to do the statue, or do the... You know, I don't know what this place is called. Realms, this cave here. It's got the original 3 statues before the world falls apart. But I don't remember the name. Heal Rod. Oh, we'll get a character. Okay, we'll get Setzer, who can use the fixed ice we have. So that'll be great. This is Ultros, one of the, I think the first version. This should be a pretty easy fight. And I'm betting he's going to be dead here. Or in a sense, he'll run off stage left. Alright, we got Setzer in our group, who's got tools. And we have a drill. So that'll be great. Could give you the wings. We want that, though. I want you to have fixed ice, which fixed ice is awesome, because the more levels you have, the more damage you do. I guess I'll give you a ribbon, or otherwise keep you from going crazy on me. And from here we can warp out. Couldn't warp out in the last room, but we can in this room. Alright, we're gonna do one more fight on this side, and then I'm going back to World of Ruin. Ooh, I should find out about buying. There's one place you can buy an Esper. How much money do I have? Not a lot. But I should go see if the other is an Esper. Because sometimes it's not an Esper. You won't buy, you'll buy a random high-end item. Which could be nice, but at this point I'm not needing it. And also I could use heals, which I'll get. There's a free heal, since I was low on health and magic power. Oh, another Ultros. Oh, but this is the Ultros that does not give experience. Because at the end they will sneeze you away. Well, that was a bit overkill. You don't actually need to kill Ultros here, you need to kill... I don't know what this guy's name is. Coupon? Weak against ice. Absorbs fire. There's that fixed dice, which usually doesn't miss. And they sneeze us away and we get nothing from this battle, except the check itself. We just don't get any experience or magic power, so I don't get any stronger. And it was called a dead check, because we gained nothing in terms of progress for the game. We'll heal again one last time and we'll head out. My next check I'm going to try and do is Setzer's. Which I'm going to land right away if I can and save. Because I'm actually going to fight. He can fight. He has the ability, now that I have him, to do what Doomgaze's check is, in a sense. But he'll call what's called Search the Skies, and I can just fight the boss right away. I don't have to go look for him around the map. But I saved because here's Goddess, an extremely hard boss that I may not actually be able to handle. That's too bad. Love token means I can no longer do physical attack damages because she will heal it. I think I'm going to throw my shield at it. This problem. Nah, he's got nothing for damage now. Oh, no. Oh, dang it, she died right before. So, I don't know why, but I feel like I have this curse where the minute one of my heroes dies and I have another attack lined up, that's what kills the boss. So Realm doesn't get any of this experience. Shiva. There's also now a free check here. Because of Setzer. Free checks Gau, who has jump and a very strong damage. I'm gonna see if Gau can use that Aurora Lance. If he can, it would be huge. Problem is I couldn't check without removing it. He cannot use the Aurora Lance, which means his jump is just not nearly as good. I think I'm going to change back to Shadow in the hopes that I can get Shadow to find Dragon Boots. So you still need a ribbon and an XP egg. Way better spells. I want you to have the 100% XP. I want you to learn, I don't know, 50% health, I guess. And you can just learn that. So that was too bad. Unfortunately, Gau originally could not hold Aurora Lance, but has a 33% chance that he could have. I was hoping he was able to. If he would have been my, what we call a Dragoon. He can use the jump ability, he can use the jump horn, and the Aurora Lance, because jumping with a spear causes that spear to do double damage, which can be huge. It is an endgame build where you can you'll definitely take that build all the way to the end of the game. But Gau didn't really have much he could use to jump with for equipment, which is normal because Gau normally can't equip any weapon. Yeah, what I'm hoping is to find a dragon boots. And then I might pass on the cursed shield to Setzer. Because once that curse is broken, it would be great to learn. One, you can learn Ultima. And two, it absorbs pretty much all elemental attack damage, either by nullifying it or actually absorbing it. And I've for sure done 8 checks with it so far. I'm going to save, because I'm going to do the monster in the box, in the hopes to finding Katana Soul. I need an offering. Hey, speaking of, I want that offering for my fixed dice. Need a higher roll than that. Oh, here we go. This is possible to take him out. Because you crit with Illumina by default, and so when you cast a spell with that crit from the trigger, it actually doubles the damage of that crit spell. But apparently that wasn't enough still. There it is. Alright, I got an offering with fixed dice. That'll be a nice combination. Fixed dice rolling 3 dice, plus based on your character's level how much damage it does. You get some really high damaging rolls, but the default is, it's a bit random. You can still roll really badly, meaning your attack damage will still be really low. Oh, that does way more in stats. Even though she won't be physically attacking. Ooh, a Moogle suit. I bet you can use that. Yep, you can. Oh, that's an Esper. It says Maroon sleeps here. That's an Esper, so I'll be getting an Esper after this fight. I'm going to cast Ice 2 to get rid of all of those things, so that fixed dice will only hit the main boss. Because you can't control with offering who you're attacking. But if there's only one enemy, it means all the attacks hit them. And those were okay rolls. Well, that was a nice roll. Yep. With those XP eggs, I am gaining tremendous amounts of levels over the monsters that are scaling with me. Ooh, which by the way, now that I have Goo, I have dried meat. Chief has not learned Ice 3. But when I do, I'm gonna get... As you notice too, a lot of cutscenes. A lot of cutscenes in the game are cut out. It's just kind of like the meat of the game is still there within these checks. You don't have to do all the fluff around it. I gotta drop a character for a second. Can't do Gau's check with having 4 characters. You have the Moogle Charm, whatever that was. Hey, we get Sabin. Nice. Where's that dried meat? There you are. Now, is Sabin better than Shadow? Shadow's kind of my low man here. He is not great. You can use a Roar Lance, and he does way more damage. And what's other abilities do you have? Blitz. Perfect. You will have the ribbon and a hero ring. You'll eventually be a jumper, but I don't have the boots still. But you're not who I want. So I'll give that cursed shield now to Setzer. Because with dice, you don't need stats. You just need levels. But once that thing is a paladin shield, it will be... Ooh, I will not. Okay, never mind. You're still getting the cursed shield. Should almost be done being cursed. Seven is a whole bunch of quick checks. We're gonna get those done quick. Over here, we have Imperial Base. So I got super lucky with the monster box I did. Normally you're going through a whole bunch of different ones to find. Katana Soul is one of the best ones to find. Gigantos is the second best for its amount of XP it gives you. There's a monster box here, but now that I've got the Katana Soul and I found it, I don't need to do any more monster box fights. I got the main one that I was looking for. Guess we'll do dice if we still need it. I think they're all dead. Yeah. Man, that shield should be dispelled very soon here. Oh. Okay, so I'm actually going to reset out of here. Which is why I saved. I don't need another character. I only need 6. So unlocking him isn't going to help with my progression towards getting to Kefka any faster. Instead, we're going to go check some other places. And it's possible I'll have to have him. Maybe there won't be enough checks to get enough espers. We'll see. But that's also why I save before a check. You can reset out of it if it's not looking to be the right thing. Alright, Esper? Yes. Oh, I'm not wearing a Moogle Charm apparently. I think they're all dead. Didn't mean to do that fight. You're supposed to be wearing it. I need 3 more espers. And I can possibly buy one from the thief. I just haven't checked if that's the thief is selling one. Just trying to do some quick attacks. Wow, that didn't do nearly as much damage as I thought it would. There, the cursed shield's been fixed, which is awesome. For a couple of different reasons. One, I don't need to keep the ribbon on anymore. I can now give him the hero ring. And 2, I'm actually going to start learning Ultima. We'll see if I have enough bosses I end up fighting with. We'll see if there's enough fights that happen to learn Ultima even. It's not a for sure thing I have to do here, but it would be a nice. Oh, there's magic power. For sure doing that. Again, normally you'd have to pull this once, go out, see the train dislocate, pull it, come back in, pull it again. A lot of cutscenes have been skipped out in this randomizer to increase the speed. I'm going to go up and around instead of through. And since I don't really need gear, we're going to just skip all of that. Alright, this fight is flipped. So I'm going to flip myself. And she has no magic power, or no MP. Let's give her just a little bit more. Tomorrow. Oh, this should be a pretty easy fight. Oh yeah, Umaro's dead with those. That's good dice rolls. We're gonna go. Oops. No, I pushed the wrong button. I'm supposed to push Y, not B. We're gonna go over here. Or I should say X. X moves the ship like that. And then we flip everybody back. And we save. What I'm really hoping is to find some more espers. it's not here, I'll probably check Mount Colts, which is another Savin check. We normally fight Vargas, but since bosses are random, it won't be Vargas. Alright, he absorbs. I'm saying that was going to be an ouch, but it wasn't. That's a really pathetic roll. See, there's that randomness coming in. There's another pathetic roll. And there he goes. Normally Inferno's a very hard boss. Weak against lightning, absorbs fire. I'm just way over leveled now with those XP eggs that I got. So I'm hoping for this to be an Esper. We can buy an Esper, and Colts will give me an Esper. That would be the perfect scenario. If not, we'll do probably Letty River. Not Letty River. The river under the Veldt. Serpent Trench. There it is. Alright, there's one more. We're going to see if we can buy one before... Oh yeah, we can buy that stone. We have Murton, but I don't think we have Flame, Paladin, nothing. He would need an armor that absorbs fire or a Rage Ring. I still haven't found Dragon Boots, which is unfortunate. It doesn't look like Savin will be jumping after all. I am gonna, though, actually not do Colts. I'm gonna do Savin's kind of a free check. It's this Collapsing House. But if that is a character, then I'll do Mount Colts. But this is going to be the quicker check, and you can peek at what it is, if it's a character or not. Could be an item, and I won't know. But at least I can know if it's a character or not. Not a character, so it's either an item or an Esper. Do you have Dragon Boots? No Dragon Boots! I really want Savin to be jumping. And I can't guarantee Dragon Boots. It's not officially sold in stores. It's just that 20% randomness I need to kick in. Alright, this is hopefully, my last check, and then I'll be on to Final Kefka. With those XP eggs, I have plenty of experience and plenty of levels. Oh, it was a dead check, so that was not... You know, it'd be really perfect too if it was a red coat. Or Minerva I could put on lock. That would absorb fire because Realm is learning Metron, which would be a huge damage dealer. Just also damages us, and Locke currently doesn't have a way of absorbing that. Alright, let's try Mountain Colts. Hopefully that's an Esper. If it's not, here it gets tricky for what's the quickest check. I'm thinking Serpent's... maybe Floating Continent? Just do the first 2 checks. Oh, I could do Narsh, World of Ruin, and do the Esper, or do Tritalk there, up on the hill. Which also lets me fight a dragon on the way, which really makes my levels outshine. Let's see what this is first. I might actually do Narsh, World of Ruin. I can't decide which. I think World of Ruin Narsh would be the quickest versus trying to go Floating Continent when I only need 1 Esper. It's also possible I could get another character from this, which I'll just take because I won't know till after the check is done. And maybe they'll have an easy, quick check to do. Yeah. That's nice. Those are okay rolls. Oh, there we go. He's dead. That was a big roll. Alright. Hoping for an Esper here. Another Illumina. Not that I'm really complaining, but this is making this check go a lot longer. Shadow. Alright, Shadow, you get an Illumina. Since apparently the only other person I can have that can use it. Well, I thought this was going to be a really fast seed for me, but with these last few dead checks, now all of a sudden this seed's taking a lot longer. Yeah, we'll go heal up. Since we're here, free quick heal. Unfortunately, there's no other checks along this way, but I can warp out once I'm done. I don't need the dragon, but I'm thinking I'll kill it so fast that it'll be worth it just to get the XP boost to make everything in the Kefka's tower go even faster. And I got an item. I don't know what item I really need that's high-end Valiant Knife for Locke here. That would technically be stronger than Illumina. Actually. Huh. I think that's stronger than doing a gauntlet version. Nope, there you are, you're dead. The only default is you have to keep rolling even though they're dead from that first attack. So with Genji Glove as a relic, I can equip 2 Illuminas. Hey, we learned Ultima. Well, that's cool. And another Genji Glove. Alright, please be an Esper for my unlock here. So this check, actually, anybody can do. This is not protected by any character for gating. Oh, Oh, some ghost train, huh? And dies just from that. Come on, Esper. Don't think that's an Esper. That is not an Esper. Alright. So now we're going to do Serpent's Trench. Because I cannot find an Esper. So we're going to just follow along this path. We'll do random fixed fights throughout the course. It'll almost be worth running from these, but we're not, because I don't know. Force a habit. Don't let the enemy go by. We don't need anything. All we need right now is an Esper. We don't need items or gear or anything. Sure, if I got like a red jacket that Locke could put on to protect from fire, it'd be great. But it is definitely not needed at this point. We just need to get through this check as fast as possible. We're not going to even unload any chests. Yep, we're just trying to make our way through here. I bet 7 can learn Bum Rush now, can he? Oh, for sure he could after this battle. Nine, 9. Quad 9s. Thing is, 7 doesn't need Bum Rush. I have enough other strong things going on. Oh, this could be. Nice. Alright, there it is. Final Kefka's unlocked. I also don't like letting go. I like to know what all my Espers do. Do you have Dragon Boots? Ah, you don't have Dragon Boots. What do you have? Nothing that I need. Alright, moving on. Alright, we're gonna go learn Bum Rush. So, I've hit level 42 with my Blitz user, which means he's learned all the blitzes he can. So now, he can learn the final one. You just have to watch a cutscene. The question is it worth the time? I think it's gonna be, when I split up into 3 parties. Since I did get Dragon Boots. If I had Dragon Boots, it would have been a no-brainer. He'd just been a Dragoon and been jumping. So this is a 1.5 minute cutscene to add to my time. Alright, here we go. Final Kefka. You have to go over here. You get to go by yourself. You get to go by yourself. And I guess you're going here too. Yeah, good enough. Giving you the Moogle Charm so we can walk without being attacked. I don't know if I got mute. I don't even know if I have calmness protection. I don't think I do. So, there's 3 main things you usually want going into Final Kefka, normally. You want an instant death, a doom, X-Zone, Magic, or an cast X-Zone, doom. What are the other ones? There's the tool, the air something, air anchor. Alright, so you are going to have a Moogle Charm. Anyway, there's a few things. So we want an instant death, a mute, and a calmness protection, which is like life 3, golem, Fenrir, something to protect against a physical attack that's an instant kill. I don't think I have any of those. I don't think I have doom. I don't think I have mute. Oh, I do have one instant kill. Heck, I don't think I even got life. Oh, there was a life in there somewhere. But we're so overpowered that I'm thinking it doesn't really matter. Oh, piranhas. This is the silliest of the fights. Does he know any spells? He knows Bolt too. Alright, we'll just cast that. So this fight's a timed fight. It just, after X number of minutes, seconds, whatever, the fight ends. There's no... Doesn't matter how many of these things I kill. I just kill them somewhat quickly because I don't know what the timer is. Sometimes it's instant, sometimes it's 3 minutes. At least it feels like 3 minutes. Whatever, you did it wrong. Again, we're not in any hurry. Doesn't go any faster. Having troubles with my bum rushes there, or my blitzes. Let's try this one. This guy, he'll die here in 2 hits. Super, super weak boss. Actually, I think it's the easiest boss by far than anything else. Even leader. He's just a huge time sink, though. You know, I could have bought or I could have gambled for Mirage Vests at the Coliseum. That would have saved me from calmness. Oh well. Like I said, we're gonna chance it without those things, just because my characters are so strong, and just live with the consequences. I think probably the worst case scenario is if they get 2 people, because my backup 2 people are they don't do much. Blizzard Orb. If Locke can wear the Blizzard Orb, Metron is on the table. Blizzard Orb is not something normally Locke could wear, but there's always that 33% chance. Setzer just got a very angry face when he pushes heavy things. Just a lot of walking. Alright, what's the next boss? Oh, it's Doom. Really, actually not worried. Oh, boo. Alright, well, we'll thaw you back out. Yes, yes. We're shaking in our boots. What? I did bum rush right. Guess we didn't matter. And with those XP eggs, my levels are still shooting through the roof. One final little chest there. I don't know if... I think Pearl still hurts her. Oh yeah. Well, she's gone. There's the bum rush. As you can also see, the screen does not flash like crazy. That was taken out of the game. A lot of the strobing effects. And this should be the end of you, Mo. Well, let's see. Oh, you can wear Blizzard. Nice. And you should wear a hero ring. And... actually, I don't know how many earrings I have. There's still 2. Just 1. Okay. And that's what you should have. Well, let's go. Let's throw my dice. Did you learn any fire? No. Alright. I just had you throw money. That's okay. Probably dead here with dice throwing. Well, not at those low rolls. Ugh, that was ugly. Well, I will give you the dragon horn. Just because you have jump. Not that it's gonna matter. Realm's gonna wipe the floor with everything else. You know what? We're just gonna use Ultima. Just because it does the most damage here. I just need to check. Did Setzer ever change off of his relic? No. Alright. I'm gonna give you a ribbon, just in case. But you guys both did, yeah. Alright, here we go. My only healing is Realm, with the actual heal ability. Which is a good thing she had it, because I didn't have anything else. That's Seed. No life spells barely, no healing. Yeah, this is lock. 7 Realm Setzer. Do that. Just make sure that no one's got. Oh, she's got life too. It's an instant kill for the hand. Let's try this. And that should be the end of him. Yeah, this is gonna go really fast. The only thing that held me back was the 10 minutes it took me to do the finding the last Esper. How many elixirs do I have? 2. Alright, I want to do this once. Maybe not? Are you gonna just kill everything? No, okay. I can actually heal with Sabin. His mantra. Not actually a reflect. He casts reflects, but it doesn't actually do the reflectability. I'm not doing the dice because they'll take the animation take forever. I think he's almost dead. Sensor actually knows quick. I'm not sure when he learned it. But because of that, I could roll a lot of dice at the end here. At least hopefully skip the Meteos. But like I said, I have no protection from his calmness. He smacks a person, they're just dead. Oh, just heal him. Yes, nice, you hit the right one. 50-50 shot. We'll see if I can do enough damage within this one quick session to completely kill him before he does Meteos and does a ton of damage. Yep, alright. Calmness. Ah, I lost Setzer. Okay, well, Metron's off the table, but I can throw Sabin shield. Whoa, he skipped right to that, huh? I think he's gonna be dead right here. Oh, he gets Goner off. I think he's dead now. 128 on the dot. Well, hope you enjoyed watching. I got extremely lucky with the calmness, only taking one person, and not taking Locke, because Locke is like 80% of our damage. But we had Sabin and Realm who held their own for the whole thing. Well, Sabin did right at the end at least for leaving Bum Rush. That was some huge damage he pulled off. Hope you enjoyed watching this run. Maybe you learned some things along the way. And please come run with us. It's fun. We always enjoy. Whether you're good or bad at it, we just enjoy having more people just to enjoy this game with us. Alright, I'm out.